creatures of the night? It's your girl Tati. Let's talk about our predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. Now, I'm here to give my predictions. You guys put your predictions down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think is going to happen at Double or Nothing. And if you can't be bothered with AEW, but you're just here to see pretty old me, thank you. You're very much appreciated. Now, let's talk about these predictions. We did have Rampage earlier, and there are some things that are added onto the show that some people may not have known if they're not watching Rampage. Matter of fact, most people are not watching Rampage. So let's talk about it. Now, we do have a Double or Nothing. You can watch it on Bleacher Report, which I will not be. And you also have cable satellite. You can go to Dave and Buster's, and some movie theaters do have them available. I have to do that one day. One day, I have to go and see a pay-per-view at the movie theaters. It's an experience I've never had and would love to have. Payperview.com, YouTube, and all these other places that you can go, and a couple of other places outside the US too, where you can watch the pay-per-views. And I'm so excited. I really am. I look back at this card right before I recorded this video, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is a good motherfucking card. Really great matches to really look forward to. And, you know, bullshit aside, when it comes to Tony Khan's booking, he has an amazing roster that makes it look like he has great booking when it comes to these pay-per-views, because they always show up and show out every single time. And you're just never disappointed with an AEW pay-per-view. Well, for me, there was that one time. But other than that, it's always good. So, they also have 25% off over there at AEW. So if you want to go buy something, go ahead and buy it. Swerve got a new shirt. It's already in my cart, and I'm going to pick that up because it looks so cute. So if y'all looking for a little discount this weekend up until the 27th, you guys can get 25% off. Since they're not paying me to promote their little sale, we just gonna move on. Now, we do actually have a pre-show match that they announced on Rampage tonight. Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo. I was not happy about this at all. And I'm going to say why, because I thought we were going to possibly have 3 women's match on this pay-per-view. And unfortunately, that was not the case. I really thought we were on the road to doing that. And Tony Khan's like, no, we're just going to put it on the buy-in. And, you know, it's not on the main card, but we're still going to get this match. I really do feel like what we've been seeing with Deonna and Thunder Rosa has been pretty good. And it should have made it on the main card, in my opinion. I just don't understand why this ended up being in the buy-in. But, you know, it is what it is. In terms of my predictions here, I can see Thunder Rosa taking the win. It really wouldn't matter to me at all. Whoever takes this win should have an opportunity to go for TBS title or AEW women's title, whichever one. Matter of fact, win or lose, both of these girls should have a title shot of their choosing. And, you know, we got 2 women's titles over there for them to fight for. I'm looking forward to seeing this match, but I did not expect for it to be on the pre-show. Not liking that at all. So far, that's the only match that we have that's announced for the pre-show. Now, this is the main card here. And I wanted to show this because they're advertising this to be a triple main event. And that triple main event being Anarchy in the Arena at the bottom. And then right before that is Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné. And then our champion, Swerve Strickland, versus our stepdaddy, Christian Cage. And I found that to be interesting because if you guys have been on social media, a lot of people have been, for the past few weeks, getting Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes for the main event trending on X for quite a few times for the past few weeks, and they want to see the women's end off the show. In my opinion, I believe that they were always looking at Anarchy in the Arena to end the show. This is what they've been doing before. They did this last year rather than having their champion being in that main event spot, the top spot on the show. And I felt like that's what was going to happen when it comes to this pay-per-view as well. There's still a possibility. We'll see. But it looks like they're showing this card to be in the order of the matches that's going to take place. Not sure. It doesn't always work out that way, but we'll see. They're saying triple main event because I guess all three of these matches are just as important. I don't know. Not to me, to be honest with you. The Mercedes and Willow and Swerve and Christian, those seem very important to me. Anarchy in the Arena, I think the company looks at it as it's been the most important or biggest storyline. And honestly, it does not feel that way to me. But anyway, let's get on and talk about the main card. So, first match is a match that they actually put on tonight. This was just added where we had Pac after his match with Rocky Romero got on the mic and he had the Lucha Brothers with him and he said, hey, on Collision, my hermanos are going to go against the Guns. And after that, we're going to go against y'all for the trios titles at Double or Nothing. So that's what it is. Now, this is the graphic that they show, but I don't see that the titles it doesn't say that the titles are on the line, but that's what Pac said. So whatever situation is, I can care less. Take one of those sets of titles away from them. I'm over it. I would love to see Death Triangle take the win. I just don't know necessarily if that's going to happen. Why not? I do like, Bullet Club Gold, just all walking around with 3 sets of titles. It's weird. It's weird. Now, Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta. This, is just like, why is this here? This probably would have been on the fucking pre-show, but since they love Orange Cassidy, their golden boy so much, that's not going to happen. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm not excited like how I would have been if you told me this was going to happen months ago. I've always wanted Trent to go heel, turn heel on Orange Cassidy. It happened, yes. However, it hasn't been strong. Trent Beretta, I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's they're telling him to hold back or something. He has not become unhinged when it comes to being a heel. Like, this is supposed to be somebody who's your best friend. He's been having titles after titles and long championship reigns and all these things. Meanwhile, you ain't even got a pot to piss in the whole time that you've been in AEW. And now here you are in the storyline with somebody who was supposed to be your best friend that was getting all these opportunities. You should be that jealous friend. You should have a lot of pent-up aggression and animosity. And honestly, I feel like he doesn't. He's not showing that at all. I don't know what the case is. The storyline, while I've been wanting this for a long time, I just don't, it doesn't feel like what I wanted. Now, what makes things interesting with this, despite me not giving a damn about this match, Uncle Don has been seen with Orange Cassidy, and it's been seeming like perhaps maybe he's trying to recruit Orange Cassidy to the team. I do feel like they're looking more at Trent Beretta joining that team. We do have Powerhouse Hobbs who's injured, and Trent or Orange, which wouldn't be Orange, somebody can fill up that space in the meantime. And I don't know. That's making it a little bit more interesting. I can care less who wins this. I do see here Orange Cassidy taking the win because, well, what else is new, right? Now we have Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for an eliminator match, not for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. This is a match, so if he wins, he can get an opportunity to actually go for the title. Are we really doing this on a pay-per-view? I really do feel like because it's on the pay-per-view, it should have just been for the title. Like, for you to be on a pay-per-view and you're fighting for an opportunity to be able to go for the title is wild to me. Takeshita did an interview over a week ago talking about how he has not been happy since he's been in the US, and he started off his time in AEW so strong. I remember seeing him on AEW Dark and just like, whoa, who is this kid? He shouldn't even be on here. He should be on the main show. And it didn't take too long before he was on Dynamite, having all these great matches with a lot of top stars in AEW. And remember this, last year, All In, he went against our boy Kenny Omega, and he became the new alpha. And since then, he hasn't been treated like an alpha or whatever the hell it is that they've been calling him. And it's just like, I just don't understand where things went wrong with Takeshita. They don't let him talk. They don't let him do much anymore. And that's a little bit annoying. And to see that this is an eliminator match, it's not enough. It's not. I don't understand. I don't understand where we're going with this. Really disappointing here. I do see Jon Moxley taking the win. I love Jon Moxley, but really a eliminator match. Y'all might as well should have put it for the title. Jon Moxley takes the win here. But what do we do with Takeshita after this? No clue. Takeshita might as well pack his bags and go on home. Now, for the match that I feel the most excited about. I don't know what it is. Malachi Black, Adam Copeland, when they gave that little teaser like a month ago or so, I was just like, oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. And it's finally actually going to happen. And we're going to get these two in a barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT title. We've been seeing Adam Copeland trying to stay away from the dark side, but we saw him on Dynamite where he gave Malachi this bloodbath. It was so freaking cool. And just to see him just looking like he was enjoying it, you can see that there's like these changes within Adam. I don't think he's necessarily turning heel or anything. I just feel like maybe he's just getting even, and sometimes you just gotta play at the level of your opponent. And that's all it really is, at least to me. I'm really excited to see this. I honestly feel like Adam Copeland will retain. Something about this make me feel like this might be the best match of the night. Who knows? Who knows? A lot of really great matches. It's hard to tell, but I'm most excited to see this. I see Adam Copeland definitely retaining this title. But y'all know, House of Black, they're going to make an appearance during this match some way, somehow. So now we have AEW International Championship on the line. Will Ospreay versus our champion, Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong has been pretty great. I really do enjoy him in the ring. I wasn't expecting to see him have a great title reign. It's been okay, but he's had really great matches, especially that match that he had with Kyle O'Reilly, which was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. When it comes to this, I see another really amazing match. However, I do not see Roderick retaining this title. I mean, Will Ospreay has been on a roll. He has not lost any match since he's been signed with AEW. So I don't see this going in a route where he'll lose this. I could even see the Undisputed Kingdom getting involved, Wardlow and them getting involved, and it's still backfiring out on that team. In my opinion, I just see Will Ospreay taking the win. I'm not necessarily happy about that. However, if him winning the international title, if that keeps him away from Swerve, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that for now, because I don't see if Swerve would have been having this program with Will Ospreay that he would have ended up retaining his title. So I'm actually happy that Will Ospreay is not in the world title scene, but I see him taking this title. Now we have the AEW women's title on the line. Serena Deeb versus our champion, Timeless Toni Storm. Oh my God. Serena Deeb, I'm going to say it for the millionth time, is boring as hell. Really great in the ring, though. She's a really great wrestler, but personality, the fashions, it's just not doing it for me. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. And I do feel like despite her being really great in the ring, there's other things that she needs to work on so that she can have that personal connection with the crowd. I just feel like she's not having it. And with her going against Toni Storm, who has a really strong character, it's not really getting over with the fans for Serena, in terms of, even when she gave her little story about having the seizures and her being injured, while you can sympathize for that, the way she told and stuff, people just didn't really care, and people just didn't connect. I think is the right word. Not that they didn't care, they didn't connect, and they just love Toni Storm, heel or not. The character is really strong, and she's going against Serena Deeb that don't really have much to give to the fans. I see Serena Deeb taking her first L in a very long time against our champion. Now we have the Anarchy in the Arena match. The Elite versus FTR, Bryan Danielson, and Darby Allin. Darby Allin, I was thinking about it. Darby Allin has to be a cat. I don't know which life he's in right now. But how is it that It wasn't that long ago. Revolution, he went through 2 sheets of glass. He went through fucking hell in that match. And here we had a week later, he went against Jay White, and he wrestled that match with a broken foot, and even had them play this thing where it was Jay White who broke his foot or whatever. And he literally did that match. And then, he was out, and he said he couldn't climb Mount Everest or whatever. If anything, that broken foot saved his life, because this motherfucker, I don't know how he would have made it on Mount Everest. But he was at home, and then like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, he got hit by a motherfucking bus, a New York transit bus of all things. And trust me, I'm telling you, those buses, I don't know how he made it from that. You saw the pictures. Darby Allin looked absolutely horrible after that incident with the bus. And then here he was last week, returned to AEW. And I am just like, whoa, what? I have no clue. I'll say this. I do not believe he's 100%. I really don't. They got a cheap pop out of the whole thing because they were in his home state last week of Washington. So everybody was happy to see him. And it was just like, wait, why? Why are we doing this? Like, I don't feel like anybody really believes that he's 100%. Darby Allin has a death wish. He probably doesn't want to live long anyway. And it just seems so weird. And if I was running things over there in AEW, I would never have had called up Darby and said, hey, you want to be in this match, Anarchy in the Arena, of all things for him to return to after getting hit by a bus, broke his foot, and going through glass and all these things from that last match that he was in. This is absolutely wild. I'm going to say this match right here, I really do feel like the company tried to prioritize, probably even to be the main event like they done before last year. And I don't know, people are just not feeling it like that. When I think of Team AEW, these motherfuckers here, I don't know if this people I would have chose. I really don't know. As much as I don't like the Elite, I would actually like to see them win. I would like to see them win and them step it up as a heel group. I want to see more of Okada. I want to see more of Jack Perry. I want Jack Perry, the youngest dude in the group, to really stand out here too. This is the opportunity for him to learn from 3 veterans that's been in this business for a long time, for them to, take him under their wing and help him, be somebody in this situation. So I'm really looking forward to see where things go. I really don't like the Young Bucks. I really don't. But Jack Perry, I feel like needs to be prioritized in this group. Okada, being the newer guy in this company, also needs to be prioritized. He has the Continental title, and really nothing is coming of that. So I don't know. In terms of a heel group, I would actually like to see them win. I can care less about FTR, and it is what it is. I hope the Elite actually win. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm about to throw up by saying that, but that's where we are right now. I hope the Elite actually wins this and they take things up a notch. But you guys know, on Dynamite, Tony Khan had returned. He was the driver for Darby Allin when Darby came with a flamethrower that was like 2 times bigger than him and everything. So I don't know where things go now that we see Tony Khan is back, I guess. Whatever situation is. Still, I think it would be great to see the Elite win and just take it up a notch in terms of them being, I guess, in charge, or I don't know, the faces of the company and whatnot, and even give Jack Perry a better opportunity to stand out in this whole storyline. Now we have Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. Absolutely, Mercedes gonna take that thing right on off of her. The second that they said this was gonna happen, even before they even made it official, I think everybody knew this is where it was going. Julia seemed to have been hurt for a while, and then she had that awful match with Willow Nightingale. Willow ended up winning the TBS title, and Willow would only just be holding the title for a month or so before Mercedes gets it. I absolutely believe that's where we're going, because this is the first match Mercedes will be having in AEW. She's finally been cleared. I don't see this going any other way. Could you imagine? We've been waiting for her to be cleared and actually do something in the ring, and then when she finally has her first match, she loses. I don't see that happening at all. Willow Nightingale, she's lovely. She's definitely improved, and I do enjoy her. But it's just one of those situations where it's just like they see a long-term story, and it works. It really works because they do have that history with each other from the New Japan Strong Women's tournament. So it makes sense. And honestly, I really don't. I don't care who wins, to be honest. It doesn't matter to me, but I do feel like in terms of people watching this, they've been waiting to see Mercedes here. Mercedes had made her debut, or just, she signed to AEW, and she's just been coming out with new clothes every week and looking pretty and everything, but not actually doing anything. And people are definitely going to criticize if she actually loses this match. But in my opinion, I do believe Mercedes is going to take the win, and we will have a new TBS champion. Now, our main event, well, at least what I think will be the main event, are our boy Swerve Strickland and our stepdaddy Christian Cage. This is another match I'm looking forward to so much. These two guys are so good at what they do. Christian, Adam Copeland on these cards, they are over 50 years old, and they're going to show all these youngins how to get it done. And I absolutely love their work ethic. They're just amazing wrestlers, even to this day. And man, they can go like a lot of these young guys can go. When it comes to this, I can see the patriarchy getting involved. Swerve got a lot of enemies, and you would think that because he has the biggest title in the company, so I guess it makes sense. But he has a lot of enemies in terms of what we've been seeing in this storyline. We finally saw Prince Nana return on Dynamite after what seems like weeks and weeks of him not being there, and also Swerve getting his ass whooped every week, getting attacked by God knows who. He's making enemies with the Elite. He's made enemies with the Mogul Embassy, who are now the Cage of Agony. If you guys saw Rampage, they're going by that name now. And also with the patriarchy as well. So who knows in terms of people getting involved? Anybody can get involved into this match against Swerve. I would prefer to see Swerve win. I love Christian. Christian is in my top 3 in terms of wrestlers. He's always been my favorite since I was a kid. And this is just one of those few times where I'm not rooting for him. Swerve, he's going to have an amazing match with Christian, but I see Swerve retaining this. And even if people do get involved in, him just beating the odds of all these people sticking their nose in his business, I think that might even help him look like even better champion with having to, go against all these odds and still taking the W for this. I would love to see Swerve retain. I would love to see him be treated more of a champion, if that makes sense. Swerve has been just thrown in on the middle of the shows every single time, and it's just like, let's just be real here. The AEW World Championship is the biggest prize in AEW, and it has to feel that way when you keep prioritizing bullshit matches like Anarchy in the Arena and other things that really should. There's a hierarchy in terms of rankings of titles in every company. There's always the top title, and that top title in this company is the AEW World title. And it doesn't really feel like it's been the top title because Swerve hasn't necessarily been getting that champion feel to me. Like I don't think it's him. I just feel like in terms of how they keep booking the show, they put him dead in the middle, or maybe once in a while you see him having the opening match. Opening matches I don't mind in terms of champions having, but it's just like for the most part, he's been thrown in the middle. He's been getting his ass whooped by God knows who almost every week. And it's just like, all right, when are we going to feel like he's the top guy in this company? So this is a really important match for Swerve. And this should be the turning point for AEW to be like, all right, we see we got ourselves a superstar here, and we got to prioritize him even more. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Y'all should be prioritizing him regardless. He's supposed to be the top guy in your company. I see Swerve retaining the title. But you guys, AEW have an amazing roster. They always show up and show out every single time when it comes to these shows. So I don't expect anything less for Double or Nothing. I think it's going to be an amazing show, and I can't wait to see what happens. So if you guys want to tag along with the watch along and come see me live watching the show, reacting to it live. We also have a good time on the chat. A lot of other people are on there, and we're all talking and having a great time while we watch the show. Come on by and enjoy Double or Nothing with us. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video. Put your predictions below. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Bye.